Assalamualaikum and hi guys. Today I'll be talking about the whole process of the creation of the Tesl 6 Alumni Association. Let's go! First of all, I apologize for the delay. I know I promised a few of us that I would create this video last November, but things happened, so here we are today. I'm absolutely prepared for this video. I even put on some makeup, and by makeup I mean baby powder. So let's get into it. Tesl 6 Alumni Association. First of all, let's talk about the benefits of organizing ourselves in an association. We can help each other in a more organized and effective manner. We can manage our finances more effectively. We can create group insurance, takaful, or khairat kematian for our members. We can give financial aid to our friends in need. We can celebrate our friends and children of our friends' accomplishment or happy occasion by giving presents, money or non-money. We can host events and programs under the association's name. We can organize fundraising activities, including online ones, and etc. So the whole point of organizing ourselves is just to be more organized, basically. So, what is the process? First and foremost, at least 7 of us need to convene and agree to be the committee members. At least 7. So any bigger number should be an odd number. 9, 11, things like that. The first meeting shall be the Mesyuarat Penubuhan, the founding meeting, where the committee members are elected, the drafting of the constitution, the selection of official address, writing of the minutes of this meeting, and the drafting and putting together all necessary documents for registration and submission of application. So what is the constitution? The constitution should have the name of the association. The name must fit purpose and or membership of association. I think we have a great name already, Tesl 6. The official address. Since we'll be using the address of one of us, the person must produce a written consent to use his or her address. The purpose or objectives, membership, the requirements or criteria, application process, and all those things. Basically, the management of the membership. Membership fees. We can decide to have either annual or monthly. Termination of membership, application and causes. Annual general meeting, where, when, how, including emergency and special meetings. So we need to convene at least once a year. The committee members. The election process, the names, criteria, and organization. Organization is basically the employment, and again, at least 7. Duties or responsibilities of each committee member. Finances, the management of finances, the process and procedure, flow of money, annual statements, and all those. Auditors, functions and duties. We need to have at least 2, I think. Immovable properties, at this point we don't have any yet. The interpretation of the constitution, in case there's any ambiguity. Patron or advisor. If we elect to have one, the patron or advisor must give written consent. I'm not sure if we have one, but I could be wrong. Prohibition, things that we can and cannot do. Amendments of the constitution, should there be a need in the future. The dissolution of the association, the whole process, should it happen. The logo and flag, yes, description of colors and design. We have already voted for a logo. We don't have a flag, but we have voted for a logo. Here it is. Okay, that's it. Can't stare at it too long. We need the description of colors and design. Roy design, the one that we voted for. So he'll come up with these, the description. So what are the documents needed for the application? Borang 1, 6 copies of that. List of committee members, 6 copies of that. Constitution, 6 copies. Minutes of founding meeting, 3 copies. Logo or flag, including descriptions, 7 copies. Written consent of use of address, 2 copies. Registration fee, 30 ringgit. Letter of support or recognition from government offices or authority. And also another document, perhaps, if we elect to have a patron. So the patron also needs to write a written consent. How many copies of that? I'm not sure. Most probably just 2. After the approval. So what should we do after the approval of the association? Submission of annual statements, iaitu penyata tahunan, 60 days after the first meeting. Setting up of a bank account, current account I think. And the requirements would depend very much on which bank that we choose. So what is the annual statement? The annual statement consists of Borang 9. Okay, must download or get from ROS offices. This Borang is not available online. I've checked, so we need to go to ROS office. Name and address of business, which is the official address. 3 copies of list of committee members, including name, IC number, date and place of birth, occupation and name of employer. 2 copies of annual general meeting. 2 copies of annual financial statements, stuff like that. 2 copies of immovable assets, which we don't have. 2 copies of the names and addresses of any overseas affiliate organizations. We don't have any. We don't even have any local affiliate organizations. 2 copies of statements of any finance, assets, pecuniary benefits and or profit received from any individual, organization, government, authority, or overseas agencies. We don't have any. 4 copies of amendments of the Constitution, which are made after the previous annual statement. This would be the first one, so we won't have any of this. And some side notes. I recommend that we register this association as based in Selangor. It's mostly for paperwork, and therefore most of the committee members need to also be based in Selangor. Samples and templates of the Constitution, forms and minutes are in our Tesl 6 Google Drive, except Borang 9 and financial statements. These 2 are for the penyata tahunan. So basically, all documents for our registration, for the submission of registration, we have the samples and templates already in the drive. So that's it for the whole process. The next step really is for the 7 of us to convene and put together all the necessary documents. If you have any questions, you can always ask. You have my number. I'll see you around.